Wiggins and Oubre starting to play some really good basketball. Wiggins has been solid all season. Draymond Green has been defensive force, and Juan Toscano-Anderson, the young man from East Oakland who continues to be one of the cool stories this year in the NBA, gets another start for his favorite team as a kid. And we are set to go on what could be a lot of fun. Mark, these Brooklyn Nets, it is going to be fascinating to watch how this all develops with these three great players trying to figure it out.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Three guys that can carry the offense. It's going to have to be some sacrifice individually and collectively. But the thing for me is buying in defensively. That's going to be the telltale as far as whether they win it all or not.
Ball deflected.
Be a tough guard.
Don't cheat the game, man, just because you saw the kick out to Joe Harris. You throw his name in. Perfect timing as an announcer.
Well, Harris part of the #1 scoring team in the NBA and the best shooting team in the NBA. Wiggins turnaround won't go. Last touched by. So a small lineup for Brooklyn tonight. Of course, the Warriors have been playing small ball for the last couple of weeks with all their centers out with injuries. Harden comes up with a steal, took it away from Curry, throws it ahead to Durant. Durant gets inside, layup, missed it, but Brown right there on the putback.
Nets have been sharp, switching everything involving Curry, pin downs and screens on the ball, and Durant's done a terrific job.
Toscano-Anderson fakes, drives, left-handed layup is good.
It's a good offensive move, and they have to be aggressive. Everybody not named Steph Curry, but I like the way that the Nets are defending him, Coach. You talk about switching everything. They're basically daring other guys to make plays.
Well, the Nets are coming off maybe their best defensive performance of the season in their last game Wednesday. Durant lost it, and it's a trap, but can they do it on a consistent basis?
Well, Brad Stevens just said about Boston the other night as Curry's fouled on the three-point shot. He was talking abilities rebounding-wise, but defensively, if they can just get to adequate, they'll have a chance.
Those 30 points in the first half, an excellent defensive effort. Meanwhile, as we made 11 start, and Steve Nash telling us one of the reasons, just go with a defensive-minded guy. Brown in his first year with Brooklyn after a couple of years in Detroit has gained a nice reputation as a very good defensive player.
Well, Coach, you talked about it so many times before. You are your habits. Defensively, you're talking about guys having the habits of getting stops and being on a string. You don't just wake up and become a very good defensive team. You got to drill it, go over it, and correct the mistakes.
Well, they've come up with a bunch of steals here in the first couple of minutes. Nice play there by Joe Harris. Toscano-Anderson went for the steal there. Durant tries to make him pay. Shot won't go. Durant thought he was hit. Wiggins pushes the other way. Wiggins, a scoop layup is up, and a blocking foul. He's become one of the better shot blocking wingmen in the NBA. Had 3 blocks in their last game. He's only 66% from the line on the season. Misses a pair. We remain tied at 5. Durant, shuffle pass inside to Brown, blocked. There's Wiggins with a block. He's had 6 games this year with 3 or more blocks. Oubre's jumper misses. Toscano-Anderson on Durant, blows by him, gets inside, lefty layup, missed it, but Brown right there on the follow.
But when both teams are so tiny right now, as Curry unloads a 3, when you miss at the rim, if you go to the offensive board like Brown has, you're going to get offensive rebounds. There's no rim protection at all.
Kyrie Irving. Well defended. Irving gets off the shot. That misses. And Oubre comes the other way. Rifles a pass to Wiggins, but too hard and a turnover.
As a coach, just imagine being in a huddle having 3 guys that you can just put the ball in their hands and they will create an open look for themselves or their teammates.
And you've got one guy in Harden who is willing to pass more and more since he's come to the Nets, knowing that he's got to get Irving and Durant going on a nightly basis.
Well, Irving, Harden, and Durant have yet to score. We've played almost 4 minutes. Warriors with a 1-point lead. Oubre drives on Brown, leans in. The left-hander gets his own rebound, goes back up and banks it home. Oubre starting to come on. He had just a horrible start to the season as Harden swishes a 3. But Oubre's played well in the last 6 or 7 games. Curry. Irving trying to stop Toscano Anderson, uses his footwork, left-handed, slips it up and in.
That's a very nice step-through move by Toscano Anderson.
Starting his 6th straight game as Irving. A little sidestep, banks it home. Irving averaging a career-high scoring, field goal percentage. Jeff, as you mentioned earlier, he has been sensational as well offensively. Wiggins in the post comes up short. Harden leading the NBA in assists per game, over 11 assists per game. Nice find to Brown, and Brown throws it down. 6 early points for Bruce Brown.
Let's think about the pass he made. This guy wasn't a point guard all along. He's a guy that has outstanding vision and playmaking ability.
Durant with the block. Saved by Joe Harris. Durant, nice find, and Irving. They go back up top. Unselfish ball movement there. Irving hits the side of the backboard. Wiggins, Toscano Anderson, high arcing three. Durant ahead to Harris, and Harris gets it off quickly. And a quick timeout by Steve. 3 years here, 2 championships, 2 NBA Finals MVPs. As Wiggins' jumper is good over James Harden. A 2-point lead early for Brooklyn as we're just past the halfway point. Durant just inside the arc gets his first field goal. This is his first game at the Chase Center. Obviously last year missed the entire season as Draymond Green kicks it out. Oubre left open, and Oubre knocks it down. Oubre missed his first 18 threes on the season. Has really started to shoot well. He's always been a good defender. You can just see a difference in his confidence. And Durant.
Draymond Green had an outstanding left to right crossover to get deep in the paint. He usually doesn't shake you with the dribble. He usually gets it on the short roll, and then they play 4-on-3, but good blow by.
Michael Mulder just in the game right away. Fires up a three, misses that. Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot in for Brooklyn. As is Jeff Green. Durant pulls up three-pointer. Too strong. Oubre corrals it with one hand. Draymond Green's been on a terrific roll with assists, and there's another one. Green, the last 5 games, has had 10 or more assists in each of the last 5, including a couple of games with 15 assists.
Well, he's so tied together offensively with Steph Curry. That's not a set play. Just recognizing the oval play and finding him on the back cut.
Yeah, don't fight pressure. Use pressure to your advantage. You see the denial, cut back door, and when he cuts, if he doesn't get it, it's going to draw an extra defender.
Nice pass to Toscano Anderson and Draymond Green.
But when you're a team with high aspirations, those type of trips will be clarifying for you of where you are and what you need to work on going forward.
Durant trying to kick it inside. Shamet too strong. Rebound Oubre.
That's a great pass though.
Oubre's got 6 boards already. Draymond Green has 3 assists. It's all tied up just under 4. Curry a long 3 in and out. Luwawu-Cabarrot with the rebound. Crossover from Durant. Luwawu-Cabarrot, 3-pointer, that's too strong. Jeff Green back to Durant. Crossover goes right at Toscano Anderson. Blocked, swatted out of bounds by Oubre. Goes inside, reverse, and able to bank it home. That's his first shot attempt. Golden State up by 2. Warriors shooting 47% to start. Cabarrot kicks it out to Shamet. Nice drive to the basket. Luwawu-Cabarrot off the glass. Curry gets inside. That's the play, Mark, that Steve Kerr's talked about. Obviously, the three-point shooting is off the charts, but because he's stronger this year, he can take contact that doesn't impact him as much as it used to as Durant draws a foul.
Well, not just in
And scoring now at 30 points per game. Only Bradley Beal averaging more. The last 4 games, just incredible. Last Saturday, we saw him score 57. Just incredible numbers from the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen.
Think about what he just said, Coach. I'm going to set a great screen, so how are you going to get under? Understanding what the defense is trying to do.
One of the best guards who has ever done it.
Damian Lee pass deflected and stolen. Good defense there from the Brooklyn Nets. We've seen them very active with their hands, but with several steals already. Harden drives, barrels into Curry, and a blocking. Steve Nash was talking about it. You know, these players, they develop habits. They form habits. And especially when you've had such great successes they've all had individually. And it's not easy to change those habits, especially for Harden and Irving, who are used to always having the ball in their hands.
Well, I agree about the habits, but it's not like Kyrie Irving has never shared before.
Well, they've all had high
Right?
assist numbers.
No, but I'm saying he shared the floor with LeBron James, and Harden shared it with Chris Paul, and Durant shared it with Curry and Klay Thompson.
Be able to handle coming to a place with 2 other dynamic scorers. Certainly not going to have the ball in his hand the way he did in Houston. But he told me that consistently every single night having to get 40 points just to give the team a chance to win. Then here, he's been a facilitator on some nights. And of course, Mike, he can still go out and get you 40 if you need him to. But he said he actually likes the role where he can feed Kevin and Kyrie for a lot of the times.
Thank you, Rachel. The free throws are good. Also in that interview he had with Rachel, he said, I apologize for how it went down leaving Houston, but I had to do what I had to do to get where I wanted to go as Draymond Green banks it in. Guys, what was your feeling on his exit from the Rockets and how he handled it?
I think he could have handled it better, but at the same time, if he handles it better, does the organization...
They don't trade him.
Exactly. Do they have a sense of urgency to trade him?
No.
So it was a conscious effort for him. He went all in with the way he was acting and has a chance to win a championship, not just this year, but moving forward.
Andrew Shamet throws across to Green.
He also gave them credit, Coach, as an organization for sending him to Brooklyn, taking care of him, making sure he'd go to a right situation.
There are 2 things that are obvious to me. One, he was absolutely dominant in Houston, and because they didn't win a championship, for whatever reason, something went wrong. But he played so well there. Never happened. It's just unfortunate to me for the Rockets that it came to that, because, you know, you just never win those trades if you're the team giving away greatness.
Jeff Green knocks down a 3 as Harden with another setup. That's already 4 assists here in the first quarter for Harden. And the lead is up to 9. Wiggins, Draymond Green tries a 3-pointer. Green off the mark. He's just shooting 19% from downtown. Harden this time drives, looking to draw a foul. Ball knocked out.
At times, game 6, game 7, carrying the team against, as Kevin Durant knocks down the shot, that's game planning against you and taxing on your body. I understood how he looked drained at times when it mattered most because of the demand.
I'm not buying that. You know, that whole fatigue thing in a playoff series, no way. That's just after the fact, deciding when you didn't play well enough that, you know, everyone wanted him to give an excuse.
Green to Curry. Curry off the glass. 4.7 remaining. Golden State does not have a foul to give. Harden fires up a 3. And that will end the first quarter.